a big part of this project has been trying to go through these plans that we get from the Wooden Boat School and try to make sense out of them. One of the big problems is that there's no materials list. So you've got to go through all this stuff, all these different drawings. And again, I highly recommend the Art of Boat Building for a comprehensive review. But even with that, I don't know if you can see all the additional little lines and notations, trying to make sense out of this. I'll talk about one of them, which is a big deal, which is the notch in the bedlog. There's the centerboard trunk, and the bedlog is here. And is it an inch deep or is it 3/4 of an inch deep? But I'll mention that later. It comes with all these wonderful plans, but it requires some real comprehensive review of all these documents. And the two books I'm looking at now are these two. Highly recommend them. And more as we make progress implementing all this stuff. This is the issue about the depth of the side piece into the centerboard trunk. And it's been reported to be 3/4 of an inch square. In fact, careful look at the plans. So there are the plans right there. There's what's called for. And then if you do the math, it's clearly an inch deep. So need to look at the plans carefully. Clearly this should be better examined. And part of the reason is that if you look at this, this is the position of this bolt that goes through both bed logs. And if it were only, there's an inch below, if we were only 3/4 of an inch, it'd be way too close to the edge of the board. And you'd risk splitting the plywood when you're installing that. So this is clearly an important piece of information, and why it's not clarified is beyond me. So as part of my materials list preparation, I've been going through the list of fasteners in the back of the Bray et al. Book, How to Build a 12.5 and 12.5. This has led to significant markups on the plans. But that's the way it was. In days gone by, I used to work on spaceflight instrumentation, and this is what you would refer to as a red-lined document or red-line drawing. Unfortunately, it's the only drawing, but I'm not worried about the drawing right now. It's all in pencil, by the way. I could erase all of it and probably get back to something clear. Bottom line is, it's a real problem having to have to go through, and a materials list would have been really great. if it came with these plans. And also working on the wood. Working on the wood materials list. And this is going to be sent out for quotes. And it's incomplete as yet. But progress is being made. And as I mentioned before, I recently lost my mind. To get a whole bunch of gear. There's also a DeWalt planer. Don't remember the model number, but it's the 13-inch wide, and also several circular saws and some hand tools. So I'm committed now. Anyway, I kind of lost my mind. And given that the tariffs were coming, I went ahead and pulled some money out of my retirement fund and bought some tools. Just getting into this. Got to get it set up on the base, which is over there. Also purchased a saw stop, a compact table saw, and a DeWalt compound miter saw. Unfortunately, the stand that comes with the compact table saw it doesn't fold up, and so it's hard to put it away. And there was one more piece of gear. Fourth piece of equipment is that DeWalt planer. The setup of this DeWalt, I'm not sure which one it is. It is DWS-780, and it's on a DWX-726 stand, so I can get it in and out of the garage. The thing is a beast. Cuts very nicely. They say to throw away the blade that comes with it. It's a 60-tooth 12-inch or a 60-tooth 12-inch blade. I think I'm going to use it for a little bit. I have a little issue with one side being off by half a degree. The boxes are the wood for the molds. The dimensional lumber under there is for finishing the strong back. And here is the grizzly bandsaw. I think it's the G0555 XH. It's supposed to do 12-inch resaws. Not in here, of course. That's going to be set up outside. There's the stand for the saw stop. Compact table saw, CTS. And there's the leftover packing for the bandsaw. The saw stop had to be sent back. It had the elevation control was binding. So Zeus, do you approve of these plans? Do you approve of these plans, Zeus? I need to know. We're getting some licking behavior. I think that's a yes. He hasn't vomited on it, so it's probably a good thing. Okay, there goes his approval.